on everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets, looking at some news and chatting with you as well as having a cup of coffee as well. All that within the space of probably 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll go over that. But before we start, if you're just kind of joining us just now, hit the likes button just now, crush those likes. We drink a coffee and we can get started, see if we are live or not. And see if anybody's in the chat area. We've got a couple of people in, which is cool to see. Okay, jump into the chat area. If you're new to this, or you're just joining us as well in the kind of chat area, just say hello. Just a quick hello, just to let us know who you are and that you're kind of watching the show as well. We always like to welcome new people on the channel as well. So we've got Olo Bramblebur is in the house, waiting on the edge of my seat. Gina Dow is in. James Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins, is in the house, who's only had a couple of hours sleep. Not so good, James, but hopefully this will keep you awake instead of putting you to sleep. Cole Phillips is in. Good to see Cole. Cookie is in as well. Ben Polgardi, Mohammed Abdullah. Rafi Bogosian is in on his crypto journey from sunny Edinburgh. Is in IoT Financial. Peter J. Mervyn Skidmore. Kig is in the house. Good to see you here, Kig. George Charles is in. Gordy Boy Scotland. Good to see you back, mate. We've got Tony P in, Chris Noble, Stephen King, Tim Gash, Mac Pollen, Imran Chowdhury as well. ICX looks like it's on fire. That's another Samsung effect kind of crypto. So I posted in the premium group this morning. If you're in the premium group, you would have seen that there's rumours of kind of ICX on Samsung Galaxy S10 as well. So we'll have a look at that as well. Crypto Dread is in the house. Rob UK, one of the brown admins, is in as well. Good to see you, mate. Why is BAT zooming? BAT is zooming because of the Galaxy effect as well. The Samsung Galaxy effect. So the Galaxy S10 that's coming out, it's rumoured that the Brave browser is going to be kind of going on the Galaxy S10. It's going to be the main browser on the Galaxy S10. So BAT obviously is kind of run on that, so it's on fire as well. BAT, same with ICX, could be going on fire as well because of the rumours for that as well. So I posted that in the premium group this morning, so that's why a lot of these are on fire. Enjin obviously kind of on fire as well with the Enjin wallet. The rumour that, or supposedly, we don't know yet if it's going to be used as the kind of crypto wallet on the Galaxy S10 as well. So there's a lot of coins going to be popping, altcoins going to be popping very soon, and it's starting to happen just now. In fact, I think we'll just have we'll just go on to the what's happening. Who else has just joined us? Richard Cooper is in. King 1969 Larson is in from Denmark. Marcus Shafari has joined us as well. Looks like the Samsung will support all ERC tokens. Right, okay, we'll just go on to see what's happening. We'll just get rid of this in the markets overall. So the market's on a rebound just now from this kind of big fall it had. So it's on a rebound. Market capitalization is up to 129 billion. It fell slightly. It was at 130 billion, but it came back slightly. So is this the start of, or is this the end of the bear spell? We can't say that. It dropped $400 kind of yesterday. It might drop further. This might be a bounce up before it comes back down. We don't know, but there's a lot of altcoins popping, so there's a lot of excitement in the markets just now, which is good. So Bitcoin aggregated price of 3,851. We've got there as well with market capitalization of 67 billion with a Bitcoin dominance of 52%, which is down slightly, which is good to see. And who's the winners overall? We have Enjin coin at the very top, 124% up. It has been higher than that as well, and a lot of people in the kind of premium and the free group as well had Enjin coin. Somebody actually bought it from ICO, which was good to see. So Mark, if you're watching, that was brilliant to see that you got this in ICO. I don't know if it was more expensive on ICO or you've made some money on it. Hopefully you've made some money on this. But that's good to see. Basic attention token up because of the Galaxy S10 rumour as well, up 38%. Safe is up. I don't know about that. Safe, I'm presuming that's meant to be safe. Up 21%. Loom Network, called that in the premium group as well the other day, 18.79%. Bitcoin SV, Icon is up 15%. Spoke about that this morning in the premium group. Steam is up 11%, all in double digits. And we have Elf, Ravencoin in double digits as well. So it's a sea of green just now. Who's kind of in the lower? We've got about 15% in the red. Electronium down 7%. That's had a good run up over the last couple of months as well. So Electronium is doing really well. Tezos, Odom Cash, Binance Coin. Binance Coin has come down, obviously. Tried to get in on the Fetch AI yesterday, but couldn't get in at all. I was just sitting there waiting. So I think only 2,700 people managed to get in from that. We knew that it was going to be difficult to get in anyway, but I tried it anyway and just sold off my BNB straight away. Not straight away, just a short while after. So I was still in profit on BNB because I got into 245k, 245,000 Satoshi. So I was in profit, and I went in on another coin as well, VeChain. I think that's going to go up. I was talking about that this morning. So I made that call this morning as well in the premium group, because I do think that is going to go up. And I was looking into it more. I've been looking into it more over the last couple of days, and the more I look into it, I think this could actually be really, really good. So I kind of put a couple of $1,000 into that I took out of BNB and the Fetch AI ICO as well. IOST down, Redcoin, Project Pi, it's down, EOS, Factum, ARC, Crypto.com, that's had a run up also already. I think Crypto.com could be a really, really good one for the future. Really good. A big, big one for the future if we look at the potential for that. So MCO, have a look at MCO, Crypto.com for the future as well. I think this could be really, really big. Hypercash, so there's a lot down. I'd say it's more than 15%. I thought there was going to be a lot of stable coins in that bunch, but there's not really. So it's probably about 20%, 25% that are down. We'll look at all the cryptos trading over $10,000 worth, and we'll just see over the last 24 hours who's at the top. So Abu Laba 174%, Enjin Coin 139%, Cyber FM $73,000 up 110%. Micro Bitcoin MBC, somebody was talking about that yesterday as well. Papex up 79%, Blockmesh, Newark, Pipicoin, and Crypto is up as well. Octis, the currency, what's the other big ones that's traded? Newark 64%, that's 440,000. The currency, Analytics, that's been going up. I've seen that going up quite a lot. So that's up 49% over the 24 hours, 981,000. Ripple Credit, that was another one. So I've had in the premium calls group, if you're a member of the premium calls group, I've had two that I've called. So when I make a call in a premium calls group, it has to go up within 7 days for it to count. So two that I've kind of called within the kind of 7 days went up over 100%. That's Ripple Credit Network and also BTT. Called that, I think, about 14 or 15 Satoshi. It kind of went up to 37 Satoshi. So that's two that's went over 100%, and I think we're sitting on an average about 15% for that as well now. What else has kind of gone up that's over? Ripple Credit, $11 million. Cosmocoin, yeah, Cosmocoin. Somebody was talking about that this morning. I don't know if he's released it yet, so I'm not going to say. But that looks interesting as well. I just literally seen that about an hour ago or something. Okay, that's it for the markets just now. Go back to chat, see who else is in, see what you're saying. Steve, did you manage to get the Fetch ICO? No, I didn't actually get in. So I tried to get in, but I didn't get in, Rob. Unfortunately, I was kept hanging there, and I didn't want to come out and go back in again just in case. So nope, I didn't get in on it, unfortunately. So it was good that some people did get in. I think there was one person I seen in our groups that got in. Who else is in? Looks like Samsung will support all ERC2 tokens. That's Mervyn Skidmore. Yep. Yep. Pre-ordered smaller version of S10. Didn't like brick phones. I don't like brick phones. Alex Jug is in the house. Welcome to you. King 1966 Larson. Will the Samsung come pre-funded? I highly doubt. That'll be good if it did. Imran Chowdhury, Samsung Wallet is running on Icon Loop. Cosmochain is supported. Cosmochain signed MOU with Icon. That's why Enjin is zooming. Yep, your thoughts on Electronium releasing their ETN phone? Don't know too much about it, to be honest, Imran, so I can't really comment on it. G-Slick is in the house. Welcome to you. Boy got into Fetch in a queue and said successful Binance, didn't honour the trade, sold my BNB. Oh shit. So got into Fetch in a queue, said successful. Binance didn't honour the trade. Oh, that's a nightmare. That'd be a bit of a downer. Benton Taylor is saying is here as well. Good day to you. Not sure that they should be getting involved with the actual physical phone market. They should stick to their crypto. Electronium, yeah. So it's a bit like kind of Pundy X, what they're doing as well. Ben Polgarda couldn't get on Fetchy AI ICO either. I think a lot of people like that, Ben. Barbara Taylor, did you see this, Steve? Toshi Times, Nasdaq launching. Yes, I've seen that as well. I added that on the end of. I'll just take a look, see if it's the same thing. I seen, is that a YouTube link? No, it's Toshi Times. But Ethereum means that it went live on February 25th. Yeah, that was one of the news stories for today, so I've seen that. Thanks, Barbara. Appreciate that. Mitch Dieter, your opinion? Should I hold BTT? Purchase at 28. Purchased at 28. We'll just have a quick look on that one just now. BTT, so we're up at 23. We'll have a look on Binance as well, see what the order books are like. Because I thought about, instead of getting into VeChain, so I put in money in VeChain. I got it BNB, went to VeChain. I think that's going to go up, and it looks as if it's going to go up in the short term and the long term as well, which I was talking about. So we'll go to BTT and see what the order books are like. I think what's going to happen here, my honest opinion, I think BTT is going to go up long term, and I think it's going to shoot up big time. But what I think is going to happen is going to be forgotten about for a wee bit. All the buzz and excitement that was there last week and the week before about all of it, I think people are going to forget about it for a while, and it could go under 20 Satoshi. And the reason I'm saying that is because 23 Satoshi has been broken. That was a strong support line at 23 Satoshi. Even though it's only been on for a couple of weeks, it was very strong support. But now it's been broken. It's kind of been breached. It's went down to the 22, and looking at the order books, it looks like it might go down to 21, 22. So you bought at 28, so you're losing. What if you sell at 22 just now? You're losing a good 14%ish, 14-15%. It might go down further. If you're willing to hold on for the long term, I think it's going to do good for the long term. I think it's going to be really big for the long term. I just think it's going to be forgotten about for the next couple of weeks, and there's going to be more tokens that are going to be spoken about, likes of Enjin Coin, BAT, ICX as well, RLC, Loom. Just these coins, there's going to be a lot of excitement in the alts, and I think if Bitcoin price does come back down, we're going to see a lot of these kind of falling down, obviously, and BTT I think will fall down with it. So it could come back down again, and we could even see it as low as kind of 15 Satoshi. Just my opinion though. I did think it was a good one to bounce from the 23 range, but because it breached that and we're kind of down through that 23 and it broke through it, I think it might go down further. If I'm being really honest, but you just never know. If you're in it for the long term, cool, just keep a hold of it. 28 could be an amazing price. You could be looking back on 28 Satoshi and going, wow, can't believe I stuck at it. For the short term, no, it doesn't look brilliant. I think it's going to go down to 21, 22, and it might go down further than that as well. It's my honest opinion. PO BTC looking good. Mohammed Abdullah, yes. POE BTC. So on the daily chart, it doesn't look good. Wouldn't be buying on the daily. 4 hour, up and coming, and it's never really crossed on a 4 hour for a while. To be honest, it's never crossed since the 15th of January. So it's up and coming just now, but it's had a slight pullback for obvious reasons, because it's jumped up 10% already. So a slight pullback. So it might be jumping up again. And I think they had news out about kind of the ebook side of it as well. So that may be driving it up. So it could go up, but the kind of downward trend seems to be continuing just now. The slight jumps up, you can see all the way down. Slight jump up, down, slight jump up. So it's lower highs we're still getting for that. If we're looking at that, we're still kind of getting lower highs. Even if we kind of go down a wee bit, kind of come down. We're not really getting higher highs, and that's what we're looking for. So the last one, we kind of broke through that. It might be a trend, a broken trend there, because you can see all the way down We're going down, jumping up, going down, jumping up, but doesn't reach the previous kind of highs. Going down, jumping up, doesn't reach the previous highs there. Down, jumping up, doesn't reach previous highs. And this is the only time it's kind of jumped up here, around about this area, kind of went down and jumped past its previous high. So it might be the start of a turnaround in the trend, but a very tenuous one at that. So I don't know. Short term it could be okay for a couple of percentage points. Iran, US government returns stolen Bitcoin to crypto exchange Bitfinex from 65 million hack. Yeah, I think it was $120,000, was it? I don't think it was that much. I don't think it was 65 million worth. But yeah, I've seen that story as well. Imran, Nightmare, BTC, SV surge 20%. I just don't even like looking at them, to be honest. I just don't, they're just not in my consciousness. I just don't want to see them there at all. But I recognise other people are into them as well. James is in. Imran, it was less like 1% of the total returned, I believe. Yeah, 120,000 I think it was. Benton Taylor, same thing happened to me. Refetch success, but Binance order didn't go through. Stayed up late 1 AM Oz time, hit the buy button, the mark. Yeah, so a lot of people like that as well. Okay, so what is making the headlines today? We have obviously the Nasdaq crypto index platform launch, a giant step for adoption. This is on NewsBT. This was my one I had as well. Was this? Yeah, because somebody else had just posted that as well. So this is about the kind of liquid exchange for on Nasdaq. So Bitcoin and Ethereum indexes have been added, but a good thing as well, what they're working on is XRP index as well. So that's good news for XRP as well. And a lot of people haven't seen this as well. So Stock Exchange has expanded its global data service on Monday to include Bitcoin and Ethereum. In an official announcement earlier this month, it stated that through its data dissemination relationship with Brave New Coin, Nasdaq will send real-time Bitcoin and Ethereum index level information to the Nasdaq Global Index Data Service (GIDS), so which is good news. So it says Alec here on kind of Twitter, Nasdaq launches Bitcoin index on its platform today. They're reading the writing on the wall and don't want to get left behind. Adoption happens gradually right in front of you until you finally pause, look around, and Bitcoin is a dominant asset. This is what's happening here. This is huge, as Alec is saying. So I think that's good as well. So we've got Bitcoin Liquid Index, BLX, and Ethereum Liquid Index, ELX, but they're going to be adding RLX as well. And has it got that in this news story? Is it in this one? I don't think it might be. I thought it was in this news story as well. You do so. I thought I'd seen it. Where is it? No, it's not in this one, but they're going to be adding RLX as well. So I'll need to see where that is. Right, so we'll jump on to, I'll need to find that. But they are going to be adding Ripple as well. So that's in the latter stages of it. So this is the news that XRP has finally been added to Coinbase, which is interesting as well for a number of reasons. So XRP is not going to go into Coinbase.com. It's going to be added to Coinbase.pro, which is the platform, the exchange that it's on as well. So it says here on coinspeaker.com, truly great news from Coinbase, which to the joy of large XRP community decided to add XRP to its professional trading platform, Coinbase Pro. As I said, it's not been added to Coinbase.com yet, but the thing with Coinbase is they weren't actually adding it because of concerns for legal issues with it being a security or not. So something's changed. For me, something has changed it. Why would they add it just now? On Coin, admittedly, it's not on Coinbase.com, but it's on Coinbase Pro. But why would they add it, and why would they kind of think about adding it just now when all along the stance has been not to add it because of the security, with thinking it could be a security. Strange thing though. This the official announcement notes that XRP fiat pairs will be available across different countries. This includes the US, except New York. So that was a wee bit weird. The US, UK supported European Union member nations, Canada, Singapore and Australia. The company also plans to add other jurisdictions in other stages as well. So Matty Greenspan from eToro says it's great to see more platforms adopting XRP. There's a lot of excitement around this unique digital asset, and this latest update will make it significantly more accessible. So have a look at XRP just now, and XRP BTC. Bollocks. Alright, got into that. Right. XRP BTC. So you can see it had a big jump up after the news was released. Big jump up. That's on the 4-hour chart. Just look at it on the hourly. Interesting though, this was quite interesting. This was sitting around 7,900. Then it kind of jumped up to 8,214. Came back down. News was released here. Jumped all the way up to 8,800 before coming back down. And kind of round about the support level, the kind of previous support level of 8,300. You can see that's been a previous support level, so it might be going up from here. So 8,300 just now. As I say, I'm not worried. I bought into about $3,000 worth of XRP, and I'm just keeping a hold of it for the long term. I'm not worried about the price in the interim, whether it goes down. And if I've got money, I will accumulate Ripple. I do think it's going to be huge, and it's just going to explode. This is not an explosion. This is just a wee kind of jump up. So I wouldn't say that was an explosion. If we look on the daily, and that's going to be nothing. I'm going to take that off log. This is it since it came on to Binance. I'm just going to see XRP BTC on another. Right, when did it come on? It didn't come on in June. That's Ponyx. That's what I was looking for. This is it since its inception in 2014. So this is a big macro picture for XRP. And we can see here it's down at 697 Satoshi. It's been lower than that obviously as well. 126 Satoshi was its very, very lowest kind of there. It's now up at 8,312, so it's had a massive jump up from there, but it's not moved up that much, to be honest, just now, considering fundamentally it's changed hugely fundamentally with all the kind of everything, all the partnerships, with the tech moving forward as well. It's not really moved at all, relatively speaking. In spite of all the fundamental changes, all the good news, all the partnerships, everything that's going on with Ripple, it's not moved at all. It's not really moved that much. So this is why I think 24,000 is just going to be a little blip as well. In kind of 5 years' time, that's just going to be a tiny little blip here. We're going to be way ahead of or way exceeded the 25,000 Satoshi at its all-time high. So even if it was to go down to kind of 4,000 level again, I'd just accumulate from there. I think Ripple is just going to be huge. It's going to explode soon as well. So that's the Ripple news. Just see. Oh, this was it. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. So new Bitcoin and Ethereum liquidity indices go live on Nasdaq with Ripple liquid index for XRP in final stage of development. So I don't think a lot of people have seen that as well, but that might be driving the kind of XRP price up as well. So we'll just have a look here. And Nasdaq brings more legitimacy. Let's talk about that. I should have highlighted it. I've got highlighter now as well. I should have highlighted it. USD every 30 seconds, blah, blah, blah. Okay, in addition to the Bitcoin and Ethereum liquid index, the team at BNC says it's in the final stages of producing the RLX Ripple liquid index for XRP, which was listed on Monday on Coinbase Pro. According to BNC, currently Coinbase Pro isn't part of the constituents of the global price of XRP, but given enough trading volume on the exchange, it could become part of the RLX. So what they're talking about here, the index, basically they're collating, I think it's the top 5 kind of exchanges that trade the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So on Bitcoin, they're using Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini and Itbit as the aggregated price of Bitcoin for the Nasdaq exchange. So they're going to be doing the same with Ripple as well. And because it's went onto Coinbase Pro might be part of that aggregate as well. So that's another piece of good news for Ripple as well. What I was looking at here is Larry Cermak is saying it's crazy what bear market combined with wanting to IPO will do to you. I've been saying this forever, but Coinbase's revenues will drop significantly year over year unless this market reverses and liquidity returns. Listing XRP is the ultimate sign of a struggle. I don't see it as that way, but this is what Larry is saying as well. And Jake Chervinsky, it's tempting to speculate about the legal implications of Coinbase's decision to list XRP, but there are too many variables at play to draw any solid conclusions. The only reasonable inference is that Coinbase believes the benefits outweigh the costs, including legal risks. So they're talking about this kind of legality of kind of possibly Ripple XRP being a security. This is what he's talking about here, Jake Chervinsky, as well. And they're talking about, or they held up because, yeah, this is somebody else replying. Disagree, they know something. They would not have held off all this time for no reason. This is my thinking as well. This just confirms regulations and moon time is near. And Jake Chervinsky has come back and said, or they held off because the risk of listing an unregistered security outweighed the need to increase revenue, and now that volume is down and other exchanges are catching up, the cost benefit has shifted without any change in legal risk. But as I said, this is an unfair speculation. So I'm kind of with this person, XRPDT, is that Coinbase knows something about the regulatory side of it. I'm kind of with that, but you never know. It could be that Coinbase are getting a bit desperate. I don't think they are getting desperate. I know they're going to IPO and stuff like that as well, and they're raising money in their rounds as well, but I don't think it's because of that. I think they know something, and it will be coming onto Coinbase.com as well. That's my opinion, of course. Could the longest ever Bitcoin bear market be nearing its end? So this is just talking about, it seems to be to me, and I don't know what you think as well, it seems to me that we're getting more and more kind of good news and more crypto adoption coming on, more institutions coming in, more people being open, the big institutions being openly talking about cryptocurrency. The banks are coming on board. IBM released a report saying 1 in 3 banks have got their own CBDC as well. They're talking about that, and this is why that's why I like BAB as well, by the way, for the CBDC kind of model as well. That's one of the reasons I liked it. A lot of people didn't talk about that side of it, and I think they might have scuppered that as well, but we'll see kind of what happens with that. So 1 in 3 banks are going to issue their own currency, possibly stable coin. So IBM have released a report on that as well. So there's just more and more good news coming up. It might be that we go down to maybe 3,000 again, hit 3,000 or 2,800. I don't see it going to 1,000. There's just too much good news, too much adoption coming on board with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well. Now what I think we should be doing is looking out for, okay, what ones are going to make it for the future? What cryptocurrencies are going to be here long term? And that's what I've started to look at as well. And that includes obviously looking at top 20 coins or the top 100 even. So I included a list. I was talking to the premium group this morning. I said to the premium group, what was it? And it must have been a call I made. And the premium group said, okay, I'm going to start accumulating. I've started accumulating XRP. I really want to accumulate Cardano as well. We've got Ethereum in there. Bitcoin, obviously, you want to accumulate that all the time. We've got Neo, Litecoin, Cardano, as I said. So the top ones, this is what I would kind of be doing just now, is looking at the top ones and say, okay, what's going to be here in 5 years' time? So Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Litecoin. I wouldn't even touch Bitcoin Cash or anything like that. Binance Coin, yes, I would. Tron is a speculatory one. I would do that. I still think Tron has got a bright future because of the Justin Sun and the marketing of it. I think it's all going to come together. I think it's a lot of it's kind of hot air just now, but a lot of it is not. And I think with BTT acquisition as well, I think they're going to do really well. Would I be accumulating it for the long term, for the future? I probably would. For speculation. Cardano, without a doubt, I'd be putting big money into that. Monero, not so sure about because I don't know enough about it. Same with IOTA. Dash as well, that's obviously been up there. Maker, definitely. Neo, Ethereum Classic I would as well. Ontology, VeChain, I would, the more I look into VeChain, the more I like the look of VeChain as well for the long term. So I'd start to be thinking with that mindset, what's going to be here in 5 years' time? So for me, the likes of kind of BAB, Metamorph, they are speculation. It's just saying, okay, this could be a really good, the risk to reward ratio could be amazing with them. This is why I kind of got into BAB in the first place. I wish I got out earlier, but the risk to reward ratio is still good just now. It's still brilliant at the moment if you're still in BAB. We're not kind of knocking them down. Same with the likes of Metamore, Digitex Futures, stuff like that. They're more speculation, so you put less of your money into it instead of more of your money into it. So that's what I'm kind of thinking as well. Other news, former Goldman Sachs exec joins blockchain-focused hedge fund. So former Goldman Sachs executive Marco Lim has reportedly been appointed as a managing partner at a Hong Kong-based blockchain and cryptocurrency-focused hedge fund, My Capital. Finance magnates reported on February the 25th. Again, this is the old world coming into the new world now, and this is what we're seeing more and more of as well, and I like that. I like these news stories as well. So that's good news as well. Ripple's cross-border transactions will grow significantly, says Accenture's Global Payments Managing Director. Again, more good news for Ripple. The amount of good news is coming out for Ripple, and yet the price is not moving in relation to that good news. That's what makes me think everybody's going to cotton on, and Ripple's just going to go 200% up in the space of a couple of days once everybody catches on. Just the amount of good news has got coming out, and this is another thing as well. So it's kind of crazy. Okay, that's it for the news as well. That's it for the markets. We'll take a look at some of the charts, but we'll go back over to the chat just now. I'm sure there's been a wee bit of chat. Benton Taylor lost a motor on BNB yesterday. Lesson learned, I'm sticking to your calls. BNB, actually, I think I called that on 261, on 261,000 Satoshi. I think it did go up before that, obviously, before coming back down, but I did say about the FetchAI. But the calls are doing good. I can't show you all of them just now. The calls are doing well at the moment. Imran Chowdhury, I feel this bear market has weaned out on unrealistic speculation. That's been replaced for over-conservative moderate views, which is healthy. It is healthy. Mervyn Skidmore just sold BTT into ENG for a quick boost to cover BTT loss. ENG, that's the speculation as well. So obviously no smoke without fire, but is that pulled back? I don't know if that's pulled back. We'll look at it on the hourly. See, these are top prices you're getting in it. And this is the top of the market you're getting in it on ENG and on Enjin coin. I'm not saying don't do it, obviously it's a good one to look at as well for the future. If this turns out to be true, if it's not, it's going to sink big time. So just be careful when you're buying at the top of a market. I wouldn't do this myself at the top of a market, but it could be, it still could be good. Yesterday when it was kind of up as well, I'd say it could have been good to get in on, and it would have been a call yesterday. I would have said yesterday was a good time to get in around about the 1200, 1300 level, and even then it would have been still kind of classed as risky, but it would have went up another 100% from there as well, and it could go up another 100%. I'm just saying be careful, set your stop losses quite tight if you're going in at the top as well, so just be careful out there. Sound like somebody from Hill Street Blues. Be careful out there, guys. Imran Chowdhury, looks like Coinbase is feeling the heat of Binance, is making reactionary decisions, so not to look irrelevant. I don't think so, Imran. I don't get that feeling. I think Coinbase have been playing it quite, I think, over this last year, the latter end of 2018, and coming into 2019. I think they're slowly working in the background, doing lots of different things in the background as well. I don't think it's a reactionary thing. I think they're being proactive rather than reactive. So I do think maybe they do know something about kind of XRP, but the only question mark in my mind with regards to that is why they're not putting on Coinbase.com instead of Coinbase.pro. That's my only kind of question I would have there. Big Bonanza, since you've been trading crypto, could you please sum up the most important things you've learned? Geez, most important things I've learned is don't hodl for the sake of hodling. And if you are going to hodl, so what I've done was I got into speculation coins thinking these could go up big time. On speculation ones that have not had a proven track record, So the likes of Neos has now got a proven track record. So would I call it speculation? To a degree, of course, every single cryptocurrency is speculation, but it's less speculatory than the likes of kind of BAB or Metamorph or Digitex futures. They've not really got a track record. Neo has got a track record, so grade your coins that you're getting into. That's what I was talking about earlier on. When you look at the top ones, I've got a track record now, so that's what I would do differently now. Instead of going all in big time on some of the speculation ones or speculatory ones, I would get into ones that have got a track record but have maybe been overlooked. And that's why I was looking at the likes of VeChain as well. It's got a track record now, it's getting a lot of community support. It's got a lot going on in the background. It's got a lot of kind of deals coming up and partnerships as well. So looking at the likes of them, they're not in the top 10, but they're kind of going to be they could possibly be in the top 10 in the future. So that would be one big lesson I've learned there as well. And take profit when you can. That's another huge one. Huge. Take profit when you can. If something goes up 400%, take profit off the top. Definitely take profit. Even if it's selling, I can't remember who it was. I think it's Da Vinci, J15, who's saying the old lady approach is when you buy a token, if it goes up by 100%, take half out and leave half in. If it goes up by 100% again, take another half out and leave half in. Keep doing that. You could make a lot of money doing that as well. And even on the speculation kind of coins as well. That's two big things as well. Do research the coins as well. Research as much as possible. But when you're researching, this is another kind of piece of advice. When you're researching, research with the head of somebody who's extremely skeptical about the whole thing. So you want to look for the bad as well as the good. So I would say we have what's called confirmation bias. So with confirmation bias, what we're doing is we buy a token, or we're thinking about buying a token, and we look for all the good news about that token. We look for all the good aspects of it. So look for good news in the team, we look for good news in the kind of partnerships, look for good news in everything. We don't try and look for bad news. When we see bad news, we skip it. That's what I kind of used to do, and it's called confirmation bias. We're looking for a bias towards what we're looking to do for our hunch. So we've got a hunch that VeChain might go up, for example. So we've got that hunch, so we just look for the good news as to why that's going to go up, and then we say, okay, this is the reason why I'm getting in, because of all this good news. You've overlooked the bad news, or you've overlooked kind of alternative news to it as well. You have to look with a skeptical bias. So if you can learn to do that, which is really hard to do, because you'd never get any coin, really. You'd never get on BTC if you're going to do that as well. So you have to kind of learn to kind of balance it out as well, because there's a lot of people say BTC is just a rip-off. That Bitcoin is not going to last, and if you kind of look to those news stories as well, you just go, right, I'm getting out of crypto. So you have to be really careful as well. That's some things I would kind of talk about as well. Think about. So that's, I don't know if that helps, Big Bonanza. Mohammed Abdullah, hot BTC. We'll just have a look at hot as well. I looked at that this morning. I think it looks as if it's going to go down to 31.32 if it's not already. I'll put that on log. Yeah, 31.32. We'll just look at hot where it is just now. It's 30.31. It looks as if it's going to come down to 29.30. So at the moment, no. Again, this is going to be forgotten about because of everything else that's going on in the alts market. Hot is going to be forgotten about, and then it's going to shoot back up again. My opinion. Do your own research and all that stuff. So at the moment, I'd say no for Holochain, but it is going to be a big one for the future, I believe. But do your own research. And the Samsung effect has zero impact on BAB, that's for sure, definitely. BAB's just not doing well at all just now. Antonio, good morning to you, Antonio Medusa. Imran, Russia launching oil-backed crypto, which could be interesting, perhaps in response to US petrodollar hegemony, effectively rendering the USD null and void in Russian countries it sells oils to. Good. And I'm saying good, and that maybe sound controversial as well. I think this is what a lot of countries should be doing, because of obviously the impact. And I'm not saying anything for or against kind of what US or anybody else does when they're imposing sanctions on a specific country as well, but we shouldn't be reliant. And this is what I think about the UK, this is what I think about US, this is what I think about Europe or anywhere else. We should not be reliant on any other country apart from our own country. If we've got things in place that make us reliant on other countries, i.e. Russia is reliant on US or they're reliant on Europe, so they shouldn't have that. No country should have that. They should be not independent, they should have trade agreements, etc. But because US are imposing sanctions on Russia, etc., for whatever reason, and it's all propaganda, to be honest. I don't think anything that's in the news should be trusted at all with regards to US imposing sanctions on Russia and the stories that kind of come out about Russia. I don't believe the news at all. I think it's all propaganda geared towards political, but that's another by the by anyway. I'm not going to talk about that. So I think it's a good thing for Russia if they're going to be doing this, and I think it's good for all countries to be doing this, so we're not reliant on anybody else but ourselves. And hopefully we'll get that for Scotland as well. Hopefully we'll have our own Scotland kind of cryptocurrency in the future as well. But that's another thing as well. UK should have it. The UK should have one as well. I just don't think we should be reliant on anybody. And it's good that Russia and Venezuela and the likes of people like this, or countries like this, are doing this as well. But that's political. Kind of semi-political. Anyway, Gino Tron has landed on the Russian digital asset trading platform Bytebook. I didn't know that. Neutron news lasted the last 2 hours. Excellent. So that's on... Interesting. Imran Chowdhury, I believe we've moved off the bottom 2 in an area where 1 is cautiously optimistic, which will slowly start to build into a strong positive sentiment, which will develop into full-blown bull. I think this period that we're in just now, if you can imagine yourself, this is how my mind works. If you can imagine yourself kind of on one of these kind of maps, not a map, on one of the charts just now, collectively we're kind of all in this kind of, we're on a chart just now. We're all kind of bobbling up and down, just kind of bobbling up and down, having a drink, having a laugh, kind of getting disappointed when Bitcoin goes down, and getting really excited when it goes up, and they're kind of also going up as well. And we're all just one big kind of happy crypto family, just kind of bobbing about like, I don't know, just bobbing about there. But I think we are near the bottom. So I think you're right, we are near the bottom with regards to sentiment. There's nobody kind of hanging their heads in shame and kind of walking home. Just now, I think people are starting to look for the future. They're looking really towards the future, but they're starting to look for the good projects towards the future as well. And they're going to start to get rid of kind of the dodgy ones, the ones that have nothing behind them, the ones that have not got good teams, the ones that have not got product. They're going to start doing that as well and just getting rid of these. And pretty soon I think we're just going to have a top 100. We're going to have a top 100, and then outside the top 100 of kind of cryptocurrencies, we're going to be, it's like the FTSE 100, you're going to have the FTSE 100, FTSE 250. I think it's going to be something like that in crypto. So there's not going to be 5,000 tokens. You're just going to get rid of a lot of the shit and just have maybe 250 at the top, and you're going to be vying. You have to prove yourself to even get in the top 250. And I think that is what's going to happen. And I still think the positive sentiment is coming. There's an air of excitement. I said that last week. Although we had the $400 drop, there's an air of excitement that I've not felt for a long time. And that is us kind of bubbling about, jumping up and down and everything, having a wee drink and just having a laugh and just being down with each other and being up with each other as well. I think that's the stage we're at, and we are on this kind of positive sentiment upwards. I don't think we're at the very bottom, but we're close to it, I believe. Just that feeling, you know, that kind of energetic feeling. Big Bonanza, XRP has too many held by Ripple. They'll liquidate on the market. I don't think they will. I know they've got a big percentage that Ripple are holding for XRP. I don't think that is kind of going to happen. What would be the point of doing that? They would totally lose, the integrity would be lost in Ripple if they'd done that, and XRP would just die. Not even a slow death, it would just die a quick death, XRP, if they'd done that. So it's not in the best interest to do that. Melbourne Skidmore, only a quick scalp. Enjin plus 6% at the moment. Good. Excellent. LOL minus 2% now. Oh, sugar. Spoke too soon. Kig, thanks for the content, Steve. Have a good day. You as well, Kig. I appreciate you being here, mate. Thanks, appreciate it. Big Bonanza. My pleasure. Crypto Don Juan, I'm just going all in again on Digitex this weekend. That's just me, though. I'm willing to see this through. I have a few other bags I'm happy with also adding to them. It's all a risk. Do your own research. It is all a risk. You're right, Don Man. It is totally a risk. Digitex futures as well. As I say, it's all kind of speculatory, and it could be huge. The risk to reward rate could be absolute. If you put £1,000 in and you get £50,000 out, then that is brilliant. If you're willing to lose £1,000, then the risk to reward ratio is fantastic. That's why you have to look at the smaller projects just now. And I'm saying smaller, they could be the big ones in the future. And I say this is what we have to think about as well. So it's not dodgy. It's just it's difficult to think this could be really amazing for the future. So then when we've got that, we have to look at the team alone. And it's difficult to look at the team as well. And because some people leave the team, like 4 people leave a team in a row. That doesn't bode well. Andreas is in the house as well. Good morning to you. Oh, I said good morning already. Big Bonanza. So true. Human psychology seems to look for things to confirm their beliefs. We do it every single day in our lives. It's called confirmational bias. We do it as scientists as well. Scientists are meant to be objective, but they're not really. They've got confirmational bias in science as well. So we have to remember that. We really have to remember that. So I would definitely look for the bad things, as many bad things as you can when you get into a coin for the long term as well. So I've looked at XRP, I've looked at the kind of bad side of it, not the bad side of it, but the other side of it, where people are saying XRP is just a load of nonsense, it's mince, it's not going to make it, these are reasons why. And if somebody can give a good reasoned argument, I'm going to read it, I'm going to write, watch it on YouTube or whatever, but also look at the other side as well. And I've taken the view that XRP is going to be huge in the future. VeChain is my favourite project. Has achieved so much in a short space of time in the crypto space in terms of partners and current projects it's working with, major companies backing it. Yes, and that's what I'd seen kind of this morning as well when I was looking through it again. And I checked out VeChain before, but I didn't see it. I was trading VeChain, so trading VeChain up and down, which is good. But I now see it as a long-term coin, VeChain, and I do think it's one of those ones you would accumulate for the future. Even though its all-time high is only like 1.5 times from where it is just now, in a relatively short period of time, like you were saying, VR, I think it could do. It's done really well, and I think it could do really well in the future. Gordy Boy Scotland, unfortunately, market manipulation plays a big part. It does for the moment because it's not about regulation. Well, it's partly due to regulation as well. It is market manipulated just now. Well, the Bitcoin price is manipulated. But same with kind of the stock market as well. If you think about the penny stocks and kind of other stocks like that, stocks are manipulated as well to a degree. And I think there's much more manipulation goes on in the stock market than we would give kind of credit for. But the stock market is a big, huge kind of elephant, so to speak. So it's not as easy to move, if that makes sense. With the crypto market, it's just a little mouse, so you could kind of flick and it would move, and that's how it's been manipulated so easily. I don't know where I'm getting these analogies from, they're just popping in. So that's why it's been able to be manipulated so easily, because it's such a small thing just now. We're only talking 121 billion, 130 billion if we're looking at it. And for Bitcoin, it's only 65 billion. So when that gets up into the trillions, then it's going to be much more difficult to manipulate. And we'll have to think about that as well. That's what's going to happen in the future. It's not going to be so easily manipulated in the future as well. Lawrence Matthews, morning Steve. New project worth a look at. Very safe, VSF. New trading on STX. Really low sats, currently low market cap. One-to-one coin swap with Steve Paul taking place on Mercatops, Coinbase, and potential gem. Excellent. Have a look at that, Matthew. We'll have a look at some of the ones that's doing well on Binance at the moment, and just take a look at the markets overall. Hot 479 to 111 million, so that's 4-to-1 to the sell side for Hot. So it looks as if it's going to go down to 29.30 just now. Pundy X is 2-to-1 on the sell side. So 2 billion to sell, 1 million to buy, or 1 billion to buy. So I was in Pundy X. I got in Pundy X at 17, and I got back out at 17 as well, because I just thought this is going to be really slow again for Pundy X. I do think it's going to go up, but I just think it's going to be really slow. So I got back out at Pundy X. I was only in it for a day or something, but I've got it for the kind of Binance strategy I'm in just now. For the top ones then, obviously Enjin coin's still up there. is starting to move back up again. So it's good. So if this rumour is confirmed for the Galaxy S10, it could even double from here again. So if you're going in on it, set a tight stop loss for that. RCN is up 47%. It's been higher than that as well, obviously. 660 has been as high as. BAT as well, all Samsung kind of related. About the Brave browser being the main browser on the Samsung Galaxy S10. So that's come down a wee bit. ICX, that's come down a wee bit as well. That did go up to 767 or 7,670. I don't know why Binance does that. I should put it to 8 decimal places for all of them. No, pain in the arse that. DNT, we were talking about that this morning. That's one's in the premium call as well. That's kind of shot up, excellent. And come back down a wee bit, but I think DNT is going to go up as well. Who's at the bottom? DLT, BNB. BNB, it's not done that bad. I thought BNB would have come down. I don't know how much it came down to. The lowest, when is that? This is on the hourly. 2 o'clock yesterday. Came down to 244. So I said yesterday that BNB would kind of fall before going back up. And I said the lowest it might fall to is about 220,000, but it fell to 245,000 Satoshi before going back up. And it looks like it's starting to climb again. So I think BNB might start climbing again. This is one to accumulate for the long term as well, BNB. They're making a ton of money. It's run like a company as well. They're making loads of partnerships. They're doing good things with Launchpad. They're doing good things with charity as well. There's loads of things going on in BNB, and it's a $100 coin waiting to happen. I've been saying that for ages now. Dent as well, 23.24. Looks like it's going to come down 22.23. It's a shame as well. I don't understand Dent and Pundex. I just don't understand why they're so low just now. With the chat, Gino Dow, if you'd like to see more information, it's on Tron Reddit. Brilliant, I'll have a wee look at that, Gino. Imran, Pundex, Dent, Electron, OneChain are all displaying their tech at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona at the moment. First crypto projects in this huge CES type event. Yes, I've seen the Pundex phone, obviously, as well. I've seen the Pundex phone yesterday. It had a wee dial kind of at the side. I thought that was a bit archaic. And to be honest, obviously I've not had a good look at it. Gary Permenta, the token's use case is always a major concern. The project can go gangbusters, but if the token is bypassed or not really needed, it's not worth anything. XRP has an ecosystem and use case. And that's what I believe as well. Look at ELF could be a play at the moment. ELF, BTC. Oh yeah. On the daily it's crossed over. It's past its kind of previous kind of high as well. Of 3977, so it's up in the 4,000. This could jump up, yeah. So that was a good. I don't know if I called this one a couple of days ago. How it jumped up since the crossover? 30% since the crossover. Yeah, so it looks as if this is going to make a play as well. Good shout. CND making a play. We've seen RCN, DNT making a play as well. RVN could be coming back up. Ravencoin. Obviously, it's not been that long on Binance. It's only been what is this? It is on the 50. Yeah, cool. So Ravencoin, it's near its all-time low. So I said 295 just now. All-time low settled at around about this price. All-time closing low was 271. So Ravencoin could be a good one actually. TNT, that's up and down just now, but I do think TNT is going to get back up to 639, so you could see a 50% jump for TNT. Same with 0AX, OAX, Open ANX. So this is going to make a play, and I think that'll jump back up again to 6,000. So you could see a 100% jump in Open ANX. in the next couple of weeks. RDN making a play as well. See, you're going to see a lot of altcoins popping very soon. And I like this recency effect. So I've spoken about this before, the recency effect. So if you've seen a coin like Loopring kind of pop in, you'll see this with a lot of them. So Loopring popped from 1100 all the way up to 3000, so nearly 200%. We'll just kind of record that and just see what it was. 156% it jumped, and that was only as recently as the 22nd of January. So we're talking about last month, a month ago, and it came all the way back down and it's starting to move again just now. So this, to me, is going to jump back up again to about the 3000 level. I would say this is going to jump at, that's the kind of daily finish. So the recency effect has been there before, so it's not going to be as much of a stretch of the imagination for investors to think, well, this could go way past that again, and it could go up to 3000 again. So from here, we could have a jump of 100% for Loopring. So be careful of these cycles as well. We'll just go back up and I'll show you kind of what I mean, because there's a couple of these had this. OpenANX has had that as well. So for it to jump back up where it was before, I've got an 88% increase. So that's kind of recency effect as well. Again, that was the 20th of January. I know a lot of them went up in January. And same with TNT, 15th of January. So from here, 60%. I could jump up and go past that as well. RVN has not really had it on RVN. DNT has not really had it. We're starting to see on RCN. RCN's had it a couple of times, you can see there. Big jumps up. So we could go as high as 860 for RCN at one point before coming back down. But it's always been kind of spikes. So look out for the recency effect as well. It's quite prevalent in a lot of the cryptocurrencies. ELF, yeah, ELF is moving as well. It's went past its kind of high or recent highs. Just past that, you can see that here. So if it closes above that, it's looking good for ELF as well. ICX, it's gone past its previous highs as well. We kind of looked at that before, so I could jump up to 1100. That's a 7,000. What's this? Yeah, 7,000 it is just now. 7,300. Around about that level. Oh, there's 4 there. I thought there was 5 there. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, so recency effect is prevalent in a lot of the cryptocurrencies as well. Just look at that. It's kind of good to look at that. Remember, Skidmore, okay, Enjin sold at 2.8%, putting 4K on a coin that's on at plus 1-2%. Stupid or brave? It's brave. It's brave. Just have a tight stop loss, because it could go up another 100%. Think I need to unplug for a while. So yeah, it was brave to do that, but just be careful to set that type stop loss. I would even set a stop loss of below 5%, maybe 4% or 3% if you're going to do that, if it's at the top. So I'm not saying it's not stupid. A lot of people do loads of kind of stupid things, and I've done loads of stupid things myself in crypto. So I'm not saying it's stupid. I'm just saying it is brave, but set a tight stop loss. Have the kind of risks in play, and just make sure you know the risks as well. LOL, no, kind of got a bit scatty there. Gonna go fishing. Tom's Vibe, good morning. Have you already talked about LTC? Not talked about LTC. So LTC we'll have a look at. What time are we on? Our time for kind of finishing up. We'll look at LTC USD actually first. I'll go on Coinbase. What are we on just now? $44.71. And we'll look at on BTC, LTC, BTC. Look on Binance. So it still looks good to me. Obviously, there's a slight pullback there from 1.3 million, and we're up to 1.1 million just now. I still think this is going to go up. I still think we're going to see $70 for Litecoin. And we'll go back to LTC USD. Just want to see the price there. We're getting a sharp rise up. Just looking for kind of patterns here. A channel forming here, so we're getting higher highs and higher lows as well, and I still think this is going to rise. some kind of channel here. Let's extend that. So we're in this kind of upward channel here, and if we break this, obviously we're going to break out to more. This is why I think we're going to go up to the $70. We're kind of touching this just now, so getting higher highs, higher lows. So it's looking good for me. Litecoin is still looking good just now. Obviously we don't want to break this line here, this kind of support line on this channel upwards. So I still think we're going to get $70, but obviously just be careful when you're trading it as well. Gary Parmenter took a punt with Bab today. From the latest interview Q&A, the team is working collaboratively with people with specific skill sets and retains all its advisors, flatlining at 5 sats. Yeah, it might be a good time to get in Bab. It might be a brilliant time to get in Bab, actually. First rule, never chase a market. Yeah, let the market come to you. Let the trades come to you. So if you've got a set in mind and just say, okay, I want BAB to be 4 sats, for example, before I invest in it. If it sits at 5 sats, you don't get into it. If it's at 4 sats, then that's when you get into it. Let the trade come to you instead of you chasing the trade. David Schwartz is in, saying smash the likes. AGI is one worth watching. AGI is definitely worth watching as well. Been looking at that over the last couple of weeks, actually. I think AGI could go up even more than it has just now. It's broken that kind of trend line, obviously we can see here. There's a wee trend line kind of happening there. It's broken that. But there's another one forming, obviously. There's always a new trend line forming. You can look at that as well. And that's where the kind of new trend line is there just now. If it breaks out, obviously it's going lower. But they want it to kind of jump up from there. But I think it's could do well. It's jumped up a big percentage already. How much has it jumped up? You can look at it. 103% just now. So I think AGI is going to do well for the future as well. I know you spoke about that a couple of times, Gary. Great stream as always, Steve. Crush that like. Thanks very much, James. Really appreciate that, mate. Adam Forrest is in. Hi, guys. UUU is cheap now, Steve. I've never looked at that for a while, to be honest. Steve, are all those books on crypto behind you? No, I thought you meant on the desk. But no, these books are all on different kind of stuff. It's all kind of business stuff as well. What else have we got? It's all business, personal development, because obviously I've got a personal development channel on Facebook as well. So business and personal development. There's a lot on crypto. I'm just going to see the books I've got on crypto. Just one we look. That's the latest one I bought on crypto. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit kind of, reading it is, you have to kind of be right into it, but that's the latest one I bought. There's loads of them. I think I've got about 6 or 7 books on crypto, but that's the latest one I bought. So yeah, I'll need to kind of get more. I've been kind of in the bookshops this weekend as well for my birthday, because I always get vouchers for Waterstones, and I take a full day in Waterstones. This is one of my favourite days ever, apart from going out with my wife Sharon, is to go to Waterstones all day and just look at the books, kind of sit down, have coffee, have a kind of blueberry muffin or something, read the books, get up again, go around, look at the books. Love reading. Love reading. So that's one of my favourite days out, is Waterstones, which sounds quite sad, but I love doing it. Remember that when there was a whole wave of crypto cards like Token Card, Metal, Monaco, etc. Yeah. There's still a lot of crypto cards out as well. You've got MCO, obviously. I think that's going to be the big one. I think that's going to be the winner of all of them. Another one that may surprise ETC. Yeah, I think ETC is going to do really well as well. I saw ETC was on Fidelity Pension Fund. I think ETC is going to do, and I spoke about this as well, for the future. This could be one to kind of look out for the future and to save and start accumulating for the future, especially at these prices, because it's been knocked so hard. I think this could do extremely well. So it's 111,000 just now. At the moment, is it 111,000? Yeah, 111,000. It's got the 2 zeros there. So yeah, I think ETC could be a really brilliant one for accumulating for the future as well, Crypto on paper, that's $1 million idea. G-Slick LOL. Okay, that's it for just now. I've gone over my time as usual, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been worthwhile kind of watching, and thank you for everybody that's been here. I know we've got 53 watching just now. If you're in just now, just go down to the like button and hit that like button just now. That'd be fantastic and help the channel grow. And if there's anything at all you think I could add to make this channel better, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and I like this format of kind of talking to you and having a coffee with you in the morning as well. So I'll stick to that. A lot of people are saying just stick to that, but if there's anything else you think I could do to add to it, let me know. Okay, for now I'll leave you with your kind of thoughts and let you get back to crypto market. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.